AI help us a lot to, as you see, like in just 5 minutes, we've got like a complete web app that we can now personalize, but it has saved us a lot of time. You need also to be able to tackle all the issues that will happen during the lifetime of your app when you actually have real users.
How do you continue building an app that was started for you by AI? Here's how this will work. I'm Abhinav with the Bubble team, and I'm going to get on a call with a Bubble developer I know.
My name is Sonia. I came to Bubble because I wanted to pursue a career in no-code development. And since then, I've been working as a Bubble developer full time.
I'm going to ask them to try generating an app from scratch using the new Bubble AI. Then, since we know there'll be a lot to take in, especially if you're new to Bubble, programming, or tech in general, I'll have them look through their new app and explain what they'd change and what they'd do next. Let's jump in.
So first time I used Bubble AI, I tried to use it like with other AI tools, like giving a lot of information and everything. But I discovered that actually you can just say a simple thing and the Bubble AI will take care of everything and will actually tell you what you want to build it. So I'm not doing this step anymore and I'm just always writing just over there. And today I thought about doing something related to sports because I was working in the sports industry for 10 years. And also because I go to the gym and I always want to have like a way of tracking my fitness. So I'm going to ask the Bubble AI to do a Bubble app for fitness tracker. So let's say if it's like a fitness tracker to know my workouts and get a track of them. So let's say like only with this, what they have like generate. Okay. So here is where we have all the user stories and all the things that Bubble has understood that I needed to do. So I'm gonna read this through and then maybe just by reading them, I get more ideas or things that I wanna do. So for example, they say, as a user, I want to log my workout activities so I can track my fitness journey. That's perfect. As a user, I want to view a history of my workout in a calendar format so that they can visually see my activity patterns. This one, I don't like it so much. I mean, I don't need a calendar to know where there are the trackers. So I would prefer to have something like a streak, like to know how many days I've been. Maybe I will refine it here and I will say I would prefer to have like a streak of the days to keep the user motivated rather than the calendar. And maybe also like I also like when I go into the app to have like a motivational quote. So I would like
Oh,
both.
sure.
Yeah. That's fun, and I think
Yeah.
yeah, and add also a motivational quote in the homepage because yeah, when I enter in the app, I want to get motivated. So
Yeah, I'm curious how it would handle a prompt for for quotes. That's interesting.
yeah, it's like we are gonna do it like the best we can.
Yeah,
So
no, I
yeah,
love it.
let's see what they offer us. It's cool. Okay, so then it says the workout activities is cool. Maintain a workout streak to keep me motivated. Yeah, and I want my fitness goals and track progress toward them. I want to summarize statistics of my workouts, such as total time, calories burned, and workout ties over selected time periods. That's cool because yeah, I want to have like different types of workouts. So because sometimes I do strength, lift, or I go Zumba or swimming. So that's good that it's here. As a user, I want to see a motivational quote. So this is where they are to inspire. That's perfect. And let's see, apart from the user story, which are the key features. So to see if there is something else that we can add. Log workouts, set fitness goal. That's awesome. That's a great idea because that's also for motivation and it works well. If I have a goal, like 3 days per week, I will do swimming, for example. That's perfect that I can set it here. We could also store data with CCO. Well, that's
Oh,
perfect.
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool feature that I didn't thought about it, but yeah, it's cool. And then let's say in this column, we have track the workout streaks. Yeah, that's what I asked for. Manage profile, perfect, because from now I'm gonna use it myself, but probably like then my friends and my family wanna also use it. So it's cool that we have several profiles and several users on it. And of course, the motivational quotes. So yeah, I think it looks super good so far. So we can go and generate it.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Let's go.
While we waited for Bubble AI to generate our fitness tracking MVP, I asked Sonia more about her background as a Bubble developer.
I have been using no code like forever, like no code tools, but I didn't know like it was actually possible to do a career out of it, because I thought I needed to be an engineer or something like that. And then I discovered Bubble. I did a hackathon. I fell in love with Bubble.
What did you build for the hackathon?
Well, for that hackathon, I built, it was for parents when they don't know what hairstyle do to the children when they have to go to school. So there is an app and there is like a roulette and that's some gallery with all the hairstyles. But then the children can say, okay, let's play the roulette and let's say what you have to do. So it's fun for the children moments before school, and it's also fun for parents to do it because they have the structure over there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Every time I hear about the first app that somebody built, it's always like a wildly creative, wildly different idea. So that's awesome to hear.
Yeah, I like Bubble so much that I not only work like as a professional, like in 8 hours per day, but also like when I have free time, I'm like diving into the editor again and building like stuff like that.
Same. I do it in front of the TV some nights.
Exactly. It's like we are kind of addicted somehow. But yeah, it's great because it's like any idea, it's a reality. So that's the thing.
After about 5.5 minutes, we got our app. The first thing we always do is preview what the app in its current form will look like to a user. I was especially curious to see how AI would interpret some of the more creative UX aspects in Sonia's prompt.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see how it looks like. Here it is. Okay, so first start is great because this is like what I wanted, like my streak, so I'm motivated. So this is first, so yeah, it understood me well. And I also have here the quote.
Your quote, yeah.
So,
wow, I'm actually honestly a little surprised that it generated a quote for you. I thought it was just going to create like a little canvas and be like placeholder quote or something. We'll go
and then
here.
I have to make them.
That's really cool.
Them in the database. So it's already there. So that's super cool. And yeah, I've been doing also workout for 5 days. Keep it up. You're building a great habit. So I have both. I have like the motivational message and then I have the quotes. So in case you need double. So that's super cool. Then let's see what else we have in the homepage. Okay, we have a summary of how many workouts I've done, the total duration, and the calories burned. That's nice. And then the most recent one with the date. That's perfect. The intensity, it's also that it was true that you could choose that if it was low, medium, or high. So yeah, this one looks really well. I could also click here to add a new one. Yeah, and that's perfect because when we talk about swimming or cycle running, perfect. I need to choose like which is the exercise I'm doing. I can put the minutes, the intensity, and then the estimated calories, and also a note, like if I went with someone, and then log it here. That's perfect. It's true that, for example, I would love more to have this log button on the right instead of on the left. But yeah, we could change it afterwards. But other than that, it looks great.
Did it log actually, or
no? I click cancel, but we can do it. Like let's say we've been like 60 minutes, and let's say low 100 with a friend. So we know where it's. We click on log.
Oh, there it is, right there, with a friend.
We have it with a friend. That's what
Perfect.
we wrote. And we have the low intensity and all the information here. So yeah, and today is 14th of March. Yeah, so it's working perfectly, exactly. And then we have, okay, the footer with all the information, quick look, support and everything, even to connect with social media. That's super cool. If we want it also to show it, to sell it, actually, the app, exactly. It shouldn't be only for me. I could also like get more user on it. I'm going to keep checking like the menu. So let's go to the dashboard to see what else we have. I think dashboard is where we are. Yeah.
But I noticed the quote changed.
It changed? Because maybe it changes every time we upload it, let's say. Yeah. Every time you upload or you log into the app, the quote changes. So that's super cool also. Because if I do several workouts during a day, I could see different quotes.
That's cool.
That's super cool. Yeah. Then we have the log workout. If I click on it, it goes to a specific page, so where we can actually do it. Instead of from the other button, we also have it here. So that's super nice. Also, same information. Let's say now that we are cycling, like 30 minutes, high, and okay. Another idea that I will have here is like when you click on the log workout to have like a notification where we can have like exact text message that it's actually here, because it's probably here, but we have to check. I think in this case it didn't came. Let's do it again. Note, super cool workout. Yeah, this
Interesting.
one.
So maybe this button's not.
Yeah, this button probably doesn't have like logic behind the button, but we will copy from the other button. Okay, we go to goals, and we can set fitness goals. Master 20 new yoga poses. Wow, that's cool. Run 5 kilometers under 20 meters. And then we have the progress, the target completion when we have to finish a deadline, edit, and delete. So let's say we have edit, progress, goal description, target value, current progress, and target completion.
So these are not necessarily hooked up to the current goal that you clicked on, but the UI is at least there as a foundation.
Exactly. Here we will need to put like by default they show us the one that we have just click on it, but other than that is cool, and the button are working for going into the pop-up. And we could also add a new goal. So let's say, well, it already says like run is good, run 5 miles per week. I like this, the example. Target value, let's say is 4, current progress 0 because I have just started and I need to do it before the end of the month. I click on save goal, and then I have the other one. Yeah. So we have like the progress of the 4 times that we have to run these 5 miles till the end of the month. So yeah, that's cool. And the expression is the other thing that we need to change. But we also have like a success rate. So that's also good to see like afterwards. Okay, let's see what else do we have. Statistics, workout statistics. We have start date, end date, and we can see the statistics concerning these 2 dates. But I'm gonna go down first to see total workouts. Here we will need, there is a title, so we will need to put some padding over there. And then we have nice picture, that's also cool to keep the motivation. And again, the expressions, we'll need to check them out.
Yes.
And
I don't know what happened here. Wow.
Yeah, it went crazy.
So that page will need some work.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go to profile. And then we have like a picture, height, weight, and age that I asked that I could change depending on the person. Again, here we could have like the username and also say that we can see like by default the information that we have already here, so it's easy to change. But anyway, if I click here and I put 180, it
did take it, yeah.
Yeah, so it works. But then the only problem is that as I only changed the height, then I have deleted the other 2.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the only thing. But now if we keep it, it will work. Let's say, for example, here, Sonia, save changes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we can also have the name. And this is again the same information. So instead of from the button, you can change it from here, so you can actually see it. So think here, we just have to have a decision as a developer if you like to have it more here with edit profile, or if you want to have this block. Again, if you have it here, it will update, but then you have to change everything to make everything update. So yeah, I think this is like a UX decision you need to take. But it's good that you have both options, that you can actually then just delete the one that you don't like. So yeah, let's see now how we can like twist it a little bit in the editor maybe.
Yeah, sure. Let's jump into the editor. So if this was your first Bubble app, and this was the start of an idea that you had in your head that you really wanted to see to fruition, what would be your next step from here?
Yeah, so I will check in everything like in the preview. I will think like what's the things I like and the most important thing I need to change, like something I really don't like. For example, I think all the homepage, like this dashboard, is perfect and it works cool, like adding and everything. So I think this, I will let it like this because I also like when it's updating, it works. But I will have a look to the workout probably to see like this, that you remember that when we were doing it, it didn't work. So I will go to the log workout to see if I can actually copy and paste the same logic behind the first button. So I will jump into the editor and yeah, I will check in this first tab that we have here, design, we are actually seeing how the web page looks like. And we are in the first page that we say, the home page that we like. So I will go down and find the button that I click. This is the button. And if you click here, there is another button that says edit workflow. So workflows in Bubble are actually the logic that is behind. So we are actually telling the app what to do. Like we are taking the decisions and we are saying in this case, when this button is clicked, I want you to show the pop-up. So that was the pop-up where we were seeing the form. So then if you go to the back to the design, here we have an element tree and you will see the pop-up that we are talking about. We click here and we can see it. And this is the pop-up that we are actually seeing with all the information. All that was fine, so I don't need to change anything. But what I want to know is these two things. So on one side, I want to change this from place because I didn't like having the button log workout on the left. I want to have it on the right, and the cancel button. Oops, it went up. So I could just move like here on the left on the element tree, and that's done. I like it way more like this. So easy peasy like this. We just move it and it works. And the second thing that we are thinking about and why we came here is the logic. So when we click in logout and again we go to the edit workflow to see the logic, we see what's happening. So when the button is clicked, we create a no workout and then we hide the pop-up. So this is the important thing, the important step, like creating a new workout. So it is creating it in the database. We can check after if you want how it looks like from the database point of view. But for now, we are gonna go now to the other place where we had the button. So we have up here the possibility of changing from different pages. So we are gonna go to the page that was named log workout. And if you remember, it looked like this. And it was this the button. So we click on this button, and now if we go to edit workflow,
So it
we
already
see,
has a workflow on it, which is interesting.
yeah, that's fine because I thought that we would wanna it was not there. Button log off, and I was gonna paste it here. But if you realize there is a difference, so it's like the AI made half of it. So it understood it had to create a workflow, a data type, but it didn't put here the information. So we're gonna teach you how easily you can create any register data in the database. So we go back and we just have to decide everything. So calories, then we have date, we have duration, the intensity, and all this is in our database. So that's why we can like choose it from there, type and user. So this is all the information we need to fill in that we saw in the other step that we had it. And we will start by user. The user is going to be current user because it's the user that is logging in the application in this moment. And for knowing what we have to put here, we just have to go back to the editor and check what are these inputs. What's the name of these inputs? Okay, so because this is where we are, like the user is where the user is giving the information. So in this case, exercise type, if you click here, it's called drop down exercise type. So this is the value we need to put there. If we go to duration, it's input workout duration. This is the input we need. Drop down workout intensity and input calories burned, and then multi-input. So then going back to the clicking the button, clicking edit workflow, we go here and we just start writing the different inputs. So in the case on input, calories burned, and then we select value. And that's the way we are saying that the information that was in this field is gonna go now to our database. So like this, now if we just go to preview, it will work. So we just need to put, let's say now yoga, 60 minutes, moderate, 100, lovely session. And when we click now in log workout, we have it here, lovely session. So yeah, that's the way of how to tell Bubble to actually record things in our database.
After improving both the design and logic of the app, we switched over to data.
Let's go and look at it. So the fourth is the data, and here we have all the structure that they have created. These are like tables with information. So in the first case, we have the user, because every Bubble app will have a user, and we have the email to log in, log out. We'll check it afterwards if you want. But if you remember, we could also edit the user, and we have the age, the height, the username, and also the weight. So everything is here, and it explains if it's a number or a text, but it's related to the current user that is logging in this moment. Then, as you remember, we have just created a new record from in the workout table, and this is how it looks like, the workout table. So this is all the information that we have created from the workflow. It's the user, a current user, then the type of exercise, the notes that you can add, the intensity, the duration, date, and the calories burned. And then we also have the quotes. So apart from the ones that are regenerated, we can also create new ones. So that's super cool also, because you could actually update them as a CCAV or maybe just write them yourself.
Maybe
If you
there's an
want more.
API out there that can keep
Yeah,
generating new
also
ones.
that. And you can populate all the data there. And it's the author and the text, super easy, but yeah, super cool that is here and that we can actually put new codes so we don't get bored of the same ones. And then we have the goals, because that's also another thing that we could create from the form. That was with the user, your target, description of the goal, the progress, date, the deadline from completion. And streak the same to see how much motivation we have with this streak from the current user. So having a look through all of that, we see how the information is structured. But it's true there are some things that we could maybe improve. For example, in the case of workouts, we could also create some option sets, because there are things that are not going to change. Like, for example, the intensity is always going to be the same.
Out of curiosity, did the AI generate any option sets?
I don't think so. No, because if not, it will be there. But yeah, like for example, if we do the intensity ones, just as an example, we will create here option set. I always write OS before it. It's like a naming convention I use.
I'm going to
So
steal that. That's actually a really helpful
yeah,
tip.
exactly. So then I know it's an option set and not a data type. So then when I have to call it from anywhere in the editor, so I know it's an option set. And then you just have to decide the option you want to have. So in this case, it was moderate, low, and high. And these are the ones that are going to be always. And then if you see here, the attributes are, for example, we could say when it's moderate, I want to have a different color or a different icon to appear. And we can start like doing it. And every time there is moderate, it will appear this icon and so on. So these are attributes you could create. Or for example, let's say, yeah, icon. And let's say image. You put it like this, and then you will know. But this, yeah, it's up to you how many things you want to personalize it, and so on. Another one could be like color, and then you put a text.
For a hex code value, yeah.
Exactly. So then you have the text.
We were starting to run out of time, but there was one more thing Sonia wanted to tackle before we wrapped up, and that was the profile page.
Okay, now another thing I would like to change. If you remember when we previewed the app, there was a part concerning the profile. And it's true that when I was like editing, I have these two options. So I think I will keep it just the one of the pop-up because I like it more. So on one side, I'm gonna just delete this block of text because I don't want it, and I will leave it only with the workout tracking preferences. And then I want when the people or the user change and click on the edit to actually the information appears here. So they don't delete it without realizing. For that, I'm going back to the editor. I'm going to check the page that is the profile page. And the first part is super easy. This is the block we don't want. You see it's here on the element tree, and you just delete it. Delete, and that's all. So we just have it here. And then when we preview, we click on update, and it has disappeared. So that's easy and it's short. And then when we click on edit, we got this pop-up, and we are gonna go back to the editor. And when we click on edit, again, anytime you click on the edit workflow, we see the action that is happening. In this case, it's showing the pop-up, edit profile pop-up. So we go back to design and we can find in the 3 pop-ups, the one that we are actually talking about, that is this one. Clicking here in the eye, we will be able to see it. And these are the different fields. So if we click on the first field, this is the field of the username. And we have as a placeholder type here. But in this case, we don't want to have the type here, but we actually want to have the information that is actually related to this user. So we're going to delete this and we're going to insert a dynamic data expression. So we click there and we say current user. And then we, in the data base tab, we realized that there was all the different information. And in this case was the username. This is the username we want them to show. So this is the information that it will appear, and we'll repeat the same process with all the other fields. So we say current user, and in this case is the height, and then we have current user, and then we have the weight, and the last one.
What if a user left their age blank? If you change it to the dynamic data that you have now, then that would be blank. But what if I wanted it to conditionally say something like type here? What if I wanted to bring back type here if the field was blank? How might you try that?
Okay, 2 things. I'm gonna finish one more things because I wanted to let you know that in this case, we are putting it as a placeholder, but we are not actually populating it as initial content. So I wanna show you first this difference, and then I will back to your question because that's important because I think this is something like as a beginner, you always like commit this mistake because we go to profile, and then we have this edit profile, and you click here and we are seeing it, but as a placeholder. So this could be also like the type in or so on. But if I click on save changes, nothing is going to be changed now because this is not actual data. It's like, if you can see, it's a little bit lighter. So if I click here on save changing, everything has disappeared. This is because we have put it as a placeholder. So the right way to do it actually is to copy this expression or to write it from here and put it as initial content in all of them. So in this case, what we are saying is that we want to have the expression as the way, like the default expression is going to be the one that is saved on the database. So in case the user doesn't do anything, like doesn't write anything in the pop-up, it will appear here. And I paste this person. And now, if we go back and we click on edit, let's put first some information, Sonia. Okay. And now when I click on edit, I already see it by default. So this is not anymore a placeholder, but actual data that is on the database. And I could put Sonia with 3 A's. And then when I click on save, it changes this one, but it's also changing all of the other ones. So that also answers your question that there is no way now that the user actually keeps something empty, because by default, something is going to be written by default. And if there is, for example, I don't want to like put the age and I want to delete it, now it's saying like, oh, wait, there is 30 saved on the database for now. If you delete it, it's going to disappear. But I say, yeah, no problem. I don't want to save my age. I click on save, and now it disappears. So we go to edit. Now there is no data. So that will be like a signal to say, okay, there is something in your database. If you want to keep it there, or if you want to delete it, you could delete it, and there is no problem at all. And then we could keep like personalizing, because maybe you say, okay, if there is like there is no age, I don't want years to appear. So you could also go to the bubble editor, hide the pop-up, and when you are here, you are seeing this part of age, and then it says years. But then you could say and add a conditional saying like define the condition, and then say with this parent group age is empty. So when there is nothing, then the text is empty. And just by this won't appear when this condition happens. So if you go back to profile and you click on here.
So now years doesn't even show up. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's more clean.
I'm really glad Sonia had enough time to show us this. Bubble's visual development brings a lot of power to things like conditional statements. They can be fine-tuned for even the tiniest little details and quirks, all of which really do add up to a cultivated and polished user experience. That's one of the many reasons why so many people don't just use Bubble to build or generate MVPs, but go all the way to launched, scaled businesses. And with that, we were out of time. So I asked Sonia if she had any other thoughts on AI that she wanted to close things out with.
So I think AI helped us a lot to, as you see, like in just 5 minutes, we've got like a complete web app that we can now personalize, but it has saved us a lot of time. And I know also Bubble is working in even allowing us to use AI more during the process of building an app, or also in day 2, because it's not only building it, but actually the possibility of personalize it every inch and deciding also if there is a bug and you can change it, add a new feature and all that. I think this is the important part when you build a web app, even if it's for your personal reason, or especially if it's a business, and in most cases in Bubble apps are businesses, you need also to be able to tackle all the issues that will happen during the lifetime of your app when you actually have real users. So this is why I trust Bubble so much, because it has a lot of experience already, more than 10 years on the market, leading the market. And with this AI now, it's superpower, and yeah, it's super easy for anyone to start, but also to be reassured that they are professional, that only can help you, and yourself can also learn how to do it thanks to AI.
Sonia, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me. A pleasure.
That's a wrap for now on Sonia's fitness tracking app. To start generating your own app idea for free, head over to bubble.io/AI features.